What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. I am Frosho, and in the last episode, we saw Colin and Ilya get captured by Bulblins. That is the name of the enemies that I couldn't remember in the last episode for whatever reason. And they were captured and brought over into somewhere. We're actually not sure exactly where they are at. However, we traveled to where the Faron Woods were, and we were pulled in by some kind of creature into the Twilight. So with that, we changed into a wolf. We met Midna, who is our guide for this game. And we now have to continue through Hyrule Castle because Midna said that there's somebody that we need to talk to. So what we're going to do right here, we'll talk to Midna. That wasn't the person I wanted you to meet, by the way. Well, let's just try and get to that tower. Alright, so she was talking about this spirit that told us that this is Hyrule Castle. So we're going to push this box right here, and we're going to push it all the way up to this, to the wall, and then we can climb up on it, and then we can climb the ledge. So we actually have some enemies over here. These are Kargaroks, or Twilight Kargaroks right now, because the whole world is covered in Twilight. They function just like regular Kargaroks will once we actually see them outside of Twilight. However, the only difference between them is that these are Twilight version, because we are in a world of Twilight right now. So we can kill them if we like to, but we can actually just ignore them. They can get annoying though, so you can fight them, but they take a few jump attacks to actually hit, to actually kill. So I'm gonna actually try to fight them and get them out of my way. You just keep jump attacking them. Make sure that you don't actually jump off the edge or anything. Alright, we got a heart right there. And now we can actually climb into this tower right here. Alright, so now we are going to actually be back inside the castle. And as we see, we have some more steps right here that will actually lead us to the top of this tower. So we are actually going to have a pretty lengthy cutscene right here. So I am actually going to walk in and read the dialogue, because we have yet another new character to meet. Alright, here she is. Okay, so Link gets a little angry because he's not sure exactly who this person is. They're wearing a dark robe, so it looks like they'd be an evil person. You can kind of see this person's face, so once Link sees the person's face, then he calms down all of a sudden. Midna? You remembered my name! What an honor for me! So this is the one for whom you were searching. This is the one for whom you were searching. He's not exactly what I had in mind, but I guess he'll do. You were imprisoned? I am sorry. Poor thing, he has no idea where this is or what's happened. So don't you think you should explain to him what you've managed to do? You owe him that much. Twilight Princess. Guys, that's the name of the game! Listen carefully. This was once the land where the power of the gods was said to slumber. This was once the kingdom of Hyrule. But that blessed kingdom has been transformed by the king that rules the Twilight. It has been turned into a world of shadows, ruled by creatures who shun the light. Alright, so we're going to learn exactly what happened and why the world is covered in Twilight now. Alright, so right here we actually have Princess Zelda right there, and then there's a bunch of guards in the throne room. So we are actually going to see who was responsible for this. We see like a big cloud of like black smoke and stuff. We got these some of the Twilight creatures. The one that actually pulled us into the Twilight Realm. So, well, not the Twilight Realm, but the area is covered in Twilight. So these creatures, we'll learn more about them later on in the game. However, just know that they're the enemies and they're trying to kill us. So here we have another character. He's one of the main antagonists in this game. He is pretty much the one who is responsible for all of this Twilight. The world being covered in Twilight is his doing. So just keep that in mind. This is the bad guy. It is time for you to choose. Surrender or die. Oh yes, a question for all the land and people of Hyrule. Life or death? And Zelda's actually holding a sword like she's actually going to fight. So she drops the sword, signifying that, yes, she surrenders to this guy. And so, yeah, because of that, that's why Hyrule was taken by this dude, and now it's covered in Twilight. So we got some statues right here that resemble Link and Zelda, sort of. Alright, so that is what happened, and that is why the entire world is covered in Twilight. And we're going to see right here that as Twilight takes over, these people change into the spirits that we saw. Twilight covered Hyrule like a shroud, and without light, the people became as spirits. Like I mentioned before, in the Twilight, all the normal people become spirits. We're actually going to find out why we change into a wolf instead. Within the Twilight, they live on, unaware that they have passed into spirit forms. All the people know now is fear. Fear of a nameless evil. So yeah, the people don't even know that they've changed into spirits. They're completely unaware that that happened. They just know that there's a bunch of enemies and something's wrong. The kingdom succumbed to the Twilight, but I remain its princess. Yep, what big reveal right here. Yep, it's Zelda. Yes, so now here we have Zelda, meeting her very early in the game. I am Zelda. You don't have to look so sad. We actually find it to be quite livable. I mean, is Perpetual Twilight really all that bad? Yeah, Midna's actually some of her a person from the Twilight, so she actually doesn't find it to be that bad. Midna, this is no time for levity. The Shadow Beasts have been searching far and wide for you. Why is this? Why indeed? You tell me. Time has grown short. The guard will soon make his rounds. You must leave here quickly. So yes, that is Zelda. And, yeah, now we know exactly why, the whole world is changed into Twilight. However, we have not figured out exactly why we changed into a wolf instead of a shadow or a spirit or anything like that. I actually thought we would find out here, but we're actually not going to find out for a little bit, actually. We have more to go through. Not that way. The guard's coming. Boy, he's prompt. Alright, so like Zelda said, the guard is actually going to make his way over here, so we actually had to find another way out. We're out of the castle now, so we didn't actually have to do anything. It just cuts to where we leave. So yes, that guy came out, and he just came in, was like, okay, surrender or die, and he took over the entire world, pretty much. He took over all of Hyrule and covered it in Twilight. So, as the hero of this game, it is our job to actually stand up to him and do what we can to save everybody. Well, do you understand where we are now? I guess a promise is a promise, so I'll let you go back to where you first tumbled into Twilight. But are you really sure you should be going back? Are you sure you aren't forgetting something important? Yes, Colin and Ilya. They are still somewhere. We don't know exactly where they are yet, at least. So, but they're not back at Ordon, we know that. So going back is not actually going to help us find them. Do you want to save them? Well, in that case, little Midna would be happy to help you. But, well, you have to be my servant. And like a servant, you have to do exactly as I say. Why don't you go back, take a little time, and give it some thought? Yes, so Midna is going to send us back to Ordon, and we're actually going to see that what actually happens even when we go back to Ordon and we leave the Twilight. Alright, so Ordon is actually right now the only part of the world that is not covered in Twilight. So we actually have that right there. That's actually a portal. We will actually be utilizing portals, and we'll find out more about them later on in the game. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention one thing. Though you may have left the Darkened Realm, you haven't transformed back to your former self, and you won't be anytime soon. Now, why could that be? Yes, so even though we left the Twilight, we are still stuck in our wolf form, and there's actually only one way for us to change back to normal. We'll figure that out in due time. However, right now our main goal is to go back to Ordon. Now, if you look at our shadow, you can still see Midna sitting on us like she usually is. So Midna actually cannot exist in the normal realm because she is a Twilight creature. So what next? Ehehe. Did you think I disappeared? Listen, there's another thing I forgot to tell you. Don't think you can just run off and save your friends, because you can't. Just beyond that bridge, the land is covered in Twilight. Last time, a shadow beast pulled you through the curtain of Twilight. But if you want to go that way this time, you'll need cooperation of someone from the Twilight, like me. So you really have no choice but to do what I say. Saving your friends and all that, well, that'll depend on your actions. Because you can never trust words, you know. Right now, I want a sword and shield that'll suit me. Do you understand me? You understand me, don't you? So what do you plan to do? While you're dawdling, the Twilight continues to expand. Come on, hurry it up. Alright, so we need to get a sword and shield because Midna will not let us go back into the Twilight until we do so. So we have some of these boblins right here. We can fight them, but however, without a sword, they will take a couple hits. So I'm not gonna really bother with them too much. I'm just gonna continue to do what we have to do. These we will have to kill them though. So make sure you go and fight these guys. So, like I mentioned before, you fight just like you did in your human form. Alright, so now we try to leave, and someone's talking to us. Wait! So we have a squirrel here, or some kind of rodent. Yeah, it looks like a squirrel. Thank you for taking care of those bad guys. They made both the village and the forest a mess. They kidnapped the village children. But I know, you're not one of them. I can tell because you smell like the trees of Ordon. If you run into any trouble, try talking to the animals. We animals understand one another, so you'll be alright. So yes, while we are in wolf form, we can actually talk to animals and understand exactly what they're saying. And like that squirrel said, the boblins and all the creatures, they took all of the children of Eden. Ordon. So Beth, Tallow, Mallow, Colin, all of them, they're gone. They're not here anymore. Oh, how did it come to this? The children, please say nothing's happened. Please forgive your good-for-nothing father. And that's kind of sad, man. So, this guy, his name is, Hanch, or Hanch. It's spelled H-A-N-C-H. And you say ranch, not ranch. So, I'm not sure exactly how you would pronounce it. Say it however you want to. However, we don't want to get close to him because he will actually call down a hawk and he will send it after us. So, we need to get a sword and a shield. So, what we're going to do to get a shield, you want to kind of sneak over here. Oh, about the shield. Hey, not so loud. Alright, so you want to sneak over here and try to listen to what they say. And you can kind of see what they're saying from far away, but you want to get a little bit closer. And now let's try listening. So, that shield is still in your house, right? Yeah, it should be in our storage loft. Good. Go grab it. Quick. Go grab it. Quick as you can. Russell got wounded pretty bad, so he can't go search for the kids. I'll take over for him. But Russell had a sword, Mayor, and he still got hurt. You're unarmed. If you're unarmed, you're done for. I'll be fine. The sword we were going to present to the royal family should still be at Russell's house. Oh yeah. Alright, I understand, Mayor. I'll hurry up and get that shield. You just wait here. No good. Run! Alright, so as we just heard, Russell was actually trying to search for the kids, and then the creatures attacked him, and he got hurt. That's not a bad bit of information you heard, huh? Look at that open window. This village is full of idiots. So, alright, we should jump up there, but from where? Alright, so we need to make it into the house. We obviously can't just open the door. And there's a cat right here. We can talk, or a dog, sorry. Nighttime walks are so nice, aren't they? I hope I find something good buried today. I love digging holes and looking for treasure. Yeah, use X, yeah. Just like I said, you can dig on the shiny spots. So, we want to stay away from him, and we need to make it up there, and we can scare him. Alright, so what we're going to do... do I actually have to trigger a hawk? Monster! You've returned for more, haven't you? My daughter! Return her! And take this! So yes, he's calling the hawk down. I think we actually have to trigger this because he was looking the other way anyway. So I guess we gotta make him look this way. Yes, he will throw the hawk at us, and we actually have a cat right here. We can talk to him. Were you attacked by that hawk? You're no match for him. I'm sorry, that person calling the hawk is my master's husband. You can sneak up from behind and scare him, meow. So yeah, he tells us that we can sneak up behind him, and yes, now we can actually do the Midna jumps. Come on, let's Midna, let's just jump. So we can do the Midna jumps and get up here, and then we can jump right here, and then he gets so surprised that he just jumps down into the water. So now from here we can actually make it on top of the water wheel, and then jump up here and enter the building. So, like I said, Russell was wounded when he was going for to find the children, and we don't know exactly where the children are at this point. However, all that we do know is that they were taken, and they were taken somewhere into the Twilight. Found it. All right, so this is the shield that Midna was talking about. Link, make it up there. Link, what the heck? Let me try standing back a little bit. There we go. Alright, so we just need to jump into the wall and knock this shield down. And then we just go up to it and we get it. You got the Ordon shield. Press ZL to defend yourself, but beware. If it's touched by fire, it will burn. So yes, this is just a wooden shield, so if you catch on fire or anything, or you try to block some kind of fire, then it will burn. Alright then, next is a sword. Hurry up and get one. Alright, so, as we heard from the mayor, Russell actually has a sword. It's in his house. So we actually need to go there next. So that is where we're gonna go, and we need to still be a little careful because right here, what was that sound? The children could not have returned, could they? I must go out and search for the last one last time. You get inside the house. I have placed the sword that is to be our gift to Hyrule on the couch. If the mayor comes for it, please give it to him. But darling, your injuries. Yes, so he's still injured. However, he still is determined to find the children, so he's going out anyway. Alright, so as you can see, that is the light. And so if we go anywhere near that light, he sees us, and then therefore we get attacked by him. So stay away. You want to stay away out of range of his wife Yuli as well, because you don't want to get caught by her, because then we will just get attacked. So we're going to dig underneath into the house, and it actually leads into a portion right here where we actually see the sword right here on the couch. So let's grab it. You got the Ordon sword. This is a sword crafted by Russell, the best swordsman in Ordon. It has a tribute to the royal family. Alright, so now you have a sword. It looks like you can actually be useful when you concentrate. Alright, no more detours. I'm going to take you back into the Twilight. Go back to the woods where you first transformed into that shape. Alright, so now with that done, we have done everything that we need to do in Ordon. So I'm actually going to go back to near to the Faron Woods where we changed into the wolf. And then we'll call it an episode right there because we are at the end again. Guys, like, these episodes go by so quickly. At least we're actually getting into this game now instead of just talking to people all the time. Now, I said that we, like before, when we went into the Twilight, that's where the game started. However, some could say that right now is where the game starts because we're actually going to have some kind of big quest that we're actually about to do as soon as we go into the Twilight. However, I'm not going to say much about it now. I'll save it for the next episode. Wait. Come to my spring. Alright, so before we end this episode off, I'm actually going to do this last thing right here. You have been transformed by the power of shadow. Come to me. Alright, so we are somehow trapped. Beware, a shadow being, it approaches. Alright, so remember this portal thing? Well, it is going to drop a shadow creature after us, so we need to fight it, obviously. So let's just attack it. And the best way is just to jump attack it, and then you can just keep pressing A and bite it to death. So there we go, it is dead. And now, as you can see, the portal has turned into like a bluish color. We'll find out more about that later on. However, we have a little bit of a cutscene right here. This video is going to go a little bit over 20 minutes, but I think that's fine, just so that we can enter the Twilight, the Faron Woods, as soon as the next episode starts. Alright, so as we can see, this the water is filled with light. So, we have the very first spirit of light that we are meeting in this game. So we as soon as this lengthy little cutscene is done and decides to show itself, we will talk to him. Alright, so this light spirit is Ordona, the first one that we are meeting in the game. Oh, brave youth. I am one of 4 light spirits that protect Hyrule at the behest of the gods. I am Ordona. Ordona, whatever you want to call it. The black beast that you slayed was a shadow being. It had come to seize the power of light that I wield. Yes, so that shadow being was coming here to attack Ordona and then actually take the light away, and then changed Ordon into Twilight as well. My brethren in Hyrule have already had their light stolen by these fell beasts. The entire kingdom has been reduced to a netherworld ruled by the cursed powers of darkness. Yes, so the shadow beings took the light. The blight will not stop with Hyrule. Before long, the entire world of light will fall into the hands of the king who rules the Twilight. To save this land from the king of Twilight, the lost light must be recovered. The 3 light spirits who have lost their light must be revived. There is but one who can revive them and redeem this land. You. So yes, we are the only ones who have not. We're the only one who can actually save them. You still have not discovered your true power. Those transformed by Twilight usually cannot recover their original forms. Unless, if you were to return to the Faron Woods where you first transformed, if you were to revive the Light Spirit. There, by the power of the Light Spirit, you may find the means to regain your other state of being. So yes, that is how we will transform back. We have to revive the Light Spirit, because that's where we transformed. So we have to go back to the Faron Woods, and bring back the Light Spirit, and bring light back to the Faron Woods, and then we will become human again. That is the only way we can change back. Alright, so with that done, I think we can call it an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next episode, we will go over to the Faron Woods and bring back that Light Spirit. So, hit the like button if you like the video, and make sure you subscribe for more content. Make sure you turn on mobile notifications so you're notified of whenever I make new videos. Check out my friend Kofi's channel down in the description below, and you can subscribe to him because he's making the thumbnails and he's awesome. So again, thanks so much for watching. I'm Frosho, and I'll see you guys in